Hi everyone, I am here today because I want to share with you a bit of my own story. So, in my early 20s, I started experiencing this excruciating pain around ovulation. At first, it was just mild cramps, sporadic, lasting a few hours. I was so caught up in my busy routine that I didn't pay too much attention to it. Yes, I'd have few tough hours, but then I was able to relax and just move on. Unfortunately, things really changed for the worst. I remember it like it was yesterday when the suffering became a multi day blackout where my body would just completely shut down. The very first time this happened, I was a university student grocery shopping in Turin when I collapsed and fainted because a strong cramp down my lower back. That night, I ended up in the emergency room where they gave me a huge dose of Toradol, a strong anti inflammatory medication, and sent me home wishing me the best. From that point on, managing my pain became part of my daily routine. When I moved to New York City, I was so hopeful because I thought that great doctors and a state-of-the-art healthcare system could help me find a solution and let me reclaim my life. But instead, I just became more dependent on over-the-counter medication, and I saw myself spending most of my time at home hugging a hot water bag. My loved ones were constantly asking how I was doing, and today I still have all the pictures I was sending them that portray me alone with my hot water bag. While I was taking time off work, avoiding social activities, and trying to rest every chance I got, my body was constantly exhausted and weakened by intense pain, poor sleep, and a deep frustration. For over 8 long years, I dragged myself to countless doctor's appointments. Different professionals prescribed me a tons of medication, labs, and exam. And you'd think I'd be relieved seeing all my test results saying I was a perfectly healthy young woman. But unfortunately, I was feeling even more frustrated and incredibly lonely in my pain. My pain was invisible, undetectable by machine, and it was so real that it was able to take my breath away. After enduring a pregnancy, a postpartum, and a breastfeeding journey, all while often curled up in pain, I was finally ready to undergo an exploratory surgery. That's where my dear friend recommended I try acupuncture. The first time I went for an acupuncture session, after spending just 1 hour in a dark room covered in needles, my life changed. I remember finding myself in the middle of the street on my way back home, hardly able to walk. Once home, I slept for 4 hours straight, and when I woke up, I ate everything I could find. Since that very day, I embarked on a healing journey that has been absolutely different from anything I could have ever imagined. The ancient wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine brought harmony back into my body, balancing my energy, calming my mind, and showing me a path of love and connection. It's been a few years now that I don't have to wake up my husband in the middle of the night to fill up my hot water bag, and I don't need to take medication to manage my pain. You see, for years I was convinced that only the healthcare system could give me the answer I was seeking. And over that time, I completely lost the power and the connection I had with my own body. There wasn't a magic pill out there for me that could solve my problems. To truly feel better, I had to commit to myself completely, patiently, experimenting and learning how to trust my own intuition. My experience taught me a completely new way to support my system, and also that my body is not just separate pieces, but a whole. Realizing that from the very beginning I should have considered the whole and not just separate parts ignited me a profound sense of Mirabilia. And it's with Mirabilia that I work today. My healing journey is the reason why I help people who are struggling with their health and well-being to consider the whole and not just the pieces. If you are struggling with invisible pain, or you feel frustrated because you can't quite figure out what's preventing you from being the best version of yourself, I am here to tell you that there is a way, there is a solution, there is a path of healing, happiness, and well-being. You just haven't found it yet. If you or someone you know are interested in learning more about my work and how I support people to reconnect with their whole self, I am here to help you explore your reality and discover what could truly make the difference in your journey. Feel good. Bye.